Setting up with the counter flashbang though. Let's just see. Smokes are there. The timing on that grenade is everything. It goes really right on top of them. Sanji with the kill, but more could be coming right away. There's a team kill. That's not what we're looking for. And because of that, it's a 3-on-3. That was very chaotic. And VP, maybe they could have fallen back after that initial one. Nade on top of Yukinda. He's very low on health and hiding inside of the smoke. Right next to them is Kickard. Buster goes down.
What?
Kickard comes up. Oh my god, that is so quick. And Naf coming in to execute him at the end. I am going to need to see that, you know, just a lot of slowdown, a lot of slow motion.
I need one full speed, one slow-mo. I need to see how this happened. This is just so crazy. All right, gets one. Oh, man.
What?
What? Pinpoint accurate. Oh, my goodness. He just backhands him.
That actually can't be done. That actually cannot happen. All right. Do you think he was inside of the smoke with his eyes closed, meditating? And just counting the seconds, like not even worried. He's like, everything just sounds like it's behind a pillow in his head. He's not doesn't care about anything.
He didn't
Smoke
even
goes
worry.
away.
He didn't even seem to worry.
Clicks them out. Unbelievable. Well, MP5 is in play now. And,
Wow.
I can't believe that. That's better than the chicken tornado from the other map. It's actually outdone the chickens.
There's been some great rotations, some spins. Yukinda, though, takes down Fallen, but it's an empty B bomb site, and Liquid are all over it. Sanji first to arrive on the scene, but he only has a USP. I just want to remark, Yukinda started both games -1 and 1.
Oh, yeah.
But he fought himself out of it a little bit faster this time with these Deagle kills to respond.
Good rotation for Liquid, realizing there's no point in sort of pressuring that A bomb side if they're all going to be there. So it's going to be their round here. Back 10 for Jay is looking to find a kill. It would have been amazing if he could have got a kill for his money. But not going to be the case. And instead, third round coming up. And VP, they're going to be putting a real buy into this one.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Sanji dropping the op, of course.
Yep. That is a typical Sanji moment. Sanji, foregoing armor to buy Jame the op. There's ways to play around that. There's ways to play around that. You can play the headshot angles. You can make it work. Sanji, always a little bit hamstrung with his purchases. But Yukinda trying to find some spam early on. And there's a lot of nades being expended by Liquid towards this ramp, but they're not even pushing Yukinda off. He is still just facing that ramp, complete control of this space, and that forces Liquid's hand towards Buster at that B site.
Probably a good time to hit the B bomb site. You know they're not going to have that many nades here in the third round, so you could put some pressure on them, and they won't be able to Molotov you out. Stewie, though, ending his run into the site, trying to create some space. They know there's someone back here, but Buster is hard to get rid of, and he's still alive. Knives are out, stabbing him in the chest, and Buster comes out anyway. Drops Elige. That is wild. They're going to throw a Molotov at him, but it might just be too late here. Naf hoping to catch him, not quite going to be able to. Unfortunate there, but good hold from Buster for sure.
Yes, just staying alive for so long, even taking a knife. He takes a bullet, a knife, a bunch of nades, and he still lives through it all. Buster the tank on the site. He is doing a great job in that anchor spot. And that is a round, kind of a bonus round from Liquid. They didn't go for a full upgrade for all their weapons. They still had to buy a couple because of the casualties they experienced in round number 2. But VP are pretty happy about that. There are players all over Buster here. Just holds his nerve.
Stabbed. But no thank you. People are dying behind him while that's happening. There's just absolute chaos.
Just full confidence in the crossfire. Not bad.
No, actually incredibly well played for VP. They're going to be on the board early on, which is what didn't happen on Inferno. They had such a tough start to that map. Good to see them, answer back a little bit early on here.
Yes, yes. A game that feels like Liquid got out to a flying start on, and VP had to really just crawl back into off the back of some great aggression from Yakinder. But here we are, round number 4, and fairly default approach from the side of Liquid. There are players in a multitude of positions. No huge point of emphasis for Liquid in this default. As Grim and Liege, they're just waiting it out. That might be a nice nade onto Grim. It is. A lot of damage. Yakinder has already gotten Grim down to 32.
Nade. Doesn't do much damage. Doesn't even flip the cone, Maui.
A shame.
Disappointing.
A shame. All the best cone flips. We're going to need them.
Yeah, we need that's the highlight reel request that I'm going to have. Just find them. Hire a new spectator just for that. 4th round. Jame close to that Mac 10. The fact that Grim, or Tech 9 even, the fact that Grim is low in health maybe doesn't even matter that much against the AWP. One missed opportunity, or if he gets baited out into a shot, could get real tricky. Smoke is going to go up behind him, so even the backup is a little bit away. Actually, good job there. Kicker pushing through the smoke to try and help out Jame. Makes a lot of sense. 30 seconds left. Yakinder up on top of the smoke. Excellent mechanics once again, as is expected. He's just continuing the fight. He just doesn't even care. It's like, oh, I'm out of bullets. Well, I've got more weaponry. It's fine.
He doesn't even get down. He doesn't. He could just strafe to the right, get off, play it safe, but full trust in his aim, as Yakinder should have. He has some incredible mechanics. Even that timing that he goes for it there, there's a chance Nap's already out there holding, posted, but that risk nets him a few frags, and he's happy about it. So, VP, they stop the Liquid force buy. It's just Glocks, a single deagle on a Liege, and VP have a chance to take the lead, something that they haven't been able to do in the series.
Posting up nicely, getting a couple of kills. And this is just a round where you just want to avoid any casualties on the CT side. Just try and make it out with all of the money, build the bank up as much as they can. It's actually already looking pretty respectable. 3 people going through the middle, facing off against Sanji. He's finally got a Kevlar vest, so that's helpful.
That didn't have to come into play, thankfully, that other round. Didn't seem like it was too big of a deal. Even saving nades sometimes is something that people emphasize on rounds like this. If you don't have to throw any nades, don't. And you see Sanji, he actually kind of pump faked it. He wanted to throw a nade, and he thought better, but I think he wanted to throw his Molotov. And so, yeah, you know what? I'll keep the $600. Why give it up? Because we know Yakinder's going to clean up these eco frags.
Yeah, he's going for it.
He's born for this.
3-2. That's a very nice swing back in the favor of VP here. Again, their map pick. And now that the economy is in their favor and everything else, there are a lot of things suddenly that are more tricky to deal with for Liquid. Again, they tried to hit that B bomb site in the 3rd round where they must have assumed that VP didn't have a lot of grenades, so it might have been easier to take, and Buster was there to stop them. Now, everything is probably going to be a little bit more tricky for Liquid.
Stewie trying to make use of this default smoke towards B. Gives a little bit of a one-way. Slightly favorable fight, but they are right next to each other towards the bottom of that B stairwell. It's also happening at A at the same time. Liege to get the better of Yakinder. Oh, he actually passes through the smoke. Kicker might not expect this. Liege might have a timing. He is able to find Kicker, but at the bottom of the ramp, Yakinder takes down 2, and it's now just a solo nav. His players, his teammates, they push through that smoke, and he's wondering where they went.
Yakinder just continuing again, doubling and tripling down on the aggression. Another 3K for him. He is 9-2 right now, and that's in spite of a team kill from earlier. So, yeah, I think you're right, though. They weren't expecting for Elish to go through, but since none of them can kill Yakinder, it kind of doesn't matter. Unbelievable.
Yeah, Yakinder had a slow start in map number 1, but after 6 rounds of full play, he's already on 9 kills. That is what you want to see from the young rifle star of VP. Liquid, once again, they've got a couple pistols, And Yakinder doesn't even seem to worry as he's pushing down. But Buster, maybe this is going to cause some concern because Sanji's being overwhelmed. Liquid are taking a lot of space. Kicker, though, is thankfully here for the side of VP. And Yakinder's already on the flank. 30 seconds into the round, he is at the bottom of B, yet he is the A player.
Very reminiscent of what we saw him do on Inferno, where he was pushing down Banana from B into the A-bomb site to flank any kind of an execute into that one. So, and he's just relentlessly pushing. Even though he's a little bit caught off guard there, he still is able to pick up another kill before he finally falls. That is the first kill, I think, for Fallen in this map. So he's 1-7 at the moment. But for VP, it is 5 rounds back-to-back without dropping a single one. So that is... That's real impressive.
It is. It's been a great CT side once the guns got rolling for VP. Liquid, they've had some useful timeouts, I will say, in the first map. So they're going to call one here. They're going to think about their approach. How do they stop Yakinder? How can you get past this guy? Because it feels like he is always pushing you, and yet he is never dying.
And just to outline this, there may be other maps where you could say, well, wait a minute. Why fight him if we can just kind of leave him alone? But that doesn't really, that's not an option on the A-ramp on this map. If you give up on having that A-ramp control, you might as well just telegraph where they're coming. You might as well just send out a little message in all chat and just say, well, listen, we're just
type it to him.
Yeah, we're going to be going B, and here we are. So, and middle, I feel like middle on this map is super useful. I think people actually underestimate how good it can be. But not all the time. If you do it all the time, it's so easy then to peel off one of the A players and have a double setup in middle, and then you're probably not going through. So they have to find a solution for Yakinder. Buster, though, he goes down. Stewie with a very important opening kill, and there's Yakinder to fall through the smoke. It's grim to pick him up.
That is the start that Liquid needed in a round like this. Double entries across the map, and now they're in a very favorable position, but they still have to put it together. And we've got Sanji still playing on this B site. There's one player from VP in every notable portion of the map. So if any of these players come up with a slight overperformance, a multi-frag, there is a possible in back for VP. But Liquid, they're quite good at converting these kinds of advantages.
5 versus 3. Yeah, they're taking their time now, which again may seem like it's obvious to just, group up, go for it. You're probably going to run into a 2-on-5 at the most. You can probably win that, but yeah, they're trying to be real careful. I say that, and Leash does walk into the follow-up shot there from Kickert, and they're all going to rotate B, taking a bit of a risk. Kickert's now coming back to check it out. Maybe hearing the footsteps below him or the grenade top of the bomb site. 25 seconds. He would have to go for some absolutely wild smoke play to make this actually play out. The bomb being planted, some preemptive fire coming out from behind the smoke just to stop anyone from walking through. But this is still looking pretty good for Liquid in the after plant. No one's going to be flanking. Kickert's pushing through, and he actually hits the headshot on Naf. He is playing so well right now. Back into a 3-on-3. That bomb is still ticking quite a bit. They do not have a smoke for the defuse, so they're going to have to go forward and actually find the kills, and it has to be pretty quickly as well. Jumps up and Fallen, he read that so well, taking down Sanji. And now the question is, can Kickert and James actually do this, or has the time simply expired? It looks like they want to retreat and walk out of the bomb site, but the wall bang, man, that catches him, and I can't really blame him. So, in spite of... I actually think that was a very impressive from Kickert overall, but it'll be the round for Liquid.
Yeah, the counter smoke was there for Kickert. He wanted to push through that smoke. If the flash had been there maybe a second or two earlier, he could have potentially denied the plant. But overall, Liquid winning in the default. It's something that has been very difficult for them in the last handful of rounds where VP have been coming out on top. But finding two, one through a smoke, one towards B, it's something that Liquid will have to try to reproduce. We saw how just simple the conversion was after that. Oh, but Fallen, this is a slight opportunity, and it's James who comes out on top towards A.
That's where you really wish you would have landed that shot. Not to be this time. 9th round starts out well in favor of VP. Liquid now. Again, that same problem just keep returning to them. You know Yakinder's going to be out here. You know he's going to be aggressive and fighting down that ramp. Gonna try and get a little bit of a boost to look over. It seems like Buster has already preemptively thought of that. Is he going to take the shot through? Not yet. But Stewie could be dangerous if he's going to stand up here. I don't think Buster saw that yet. Now he's definitely going to know. The flick almost connecting, but not quite. It pushes him a little bit further back. Sanji's there as well. I think Yukinda's already on the flank incredibly quickly once again. You can see he's right behind him down the stairs. They have to be so successful in this bomb site, or they're going to get shot in the back in a second. Naf will go down. Stewie is next. Buster actually doing all of the work with the AWP. And once again, they might not even need Yukinda. He's going to come up with a kill there, getting a little bit on his own plate. But Buster, really, triple kill for him. And another round on the board for VP.
Yes, a simple B exec and Liquid are instantly pinched from the pushing Yukinda, and the fact that Buster came up with 3 on the bomb site defense. That's excellent. And this is what Liquid may look like when they don't win those defaults. They go into a simple B play, and I will say Buster played it incredibly well, though.
Truly.
He busts out that secondary op from time to time. It's generally him that's the secondary opper for VP, and in some of those kind of small site positions, he can do a lot of damage. He is actually very competent with that weapon. So this is something that now Liquid are going to have to think about, whether it's a different approach towards B in terms of the number of flashes they use, or maybe just trying to find a different avenue entirely.
Yukinda are alone on the A ramp, so a little bit of an emphasis on B and mid this time. It's probably going to change as the round goes on, but also tells you something about the reliance on Yukinda and his abilities over there. James, he was not expecting them to go that far, and a nice return from Nafas Grim goes down. That's a very, very successful opening for Liquid, and they don't have to rush it now. Now they can definitely slow it down just a bit. Is Yukinda once again flanking them? Is he down below? All right, not that far.
Not quite at the bottom. Stewie, though, he's pushing up. Buster still waits with the op, but he's concerned about a potential mid push. The construction line of sight is open for just a short period of time, and it feels like VP are going for what might be an A stack. Buster might catch one, though. Oh no, just barely misses, and Fallen takes him down. But Kickart's there to return, and he's fighting for this mid control. Naf is stuck in mid with the bomb. He can reroute, but Kickart doesn't know one's up close. Stewie has taken all the space away, and Liquid should be able to convert a 4th.
Only the 1 kill for Kickart, but I feel like Kickart's confidence in this particular map is really high. You can actually tell from the way that he's running into some of those fights. He just knows. He knows he's going to hit the shot. So the fact that Stewie caught him off guard obviously makes it very, very difficult. But otherwise, I don't know. He still managed to hit him. Yukinda, 1 versus 3. And I don't know. To make this possible, he would need to find a fairly quick kill to make it a 1-on-2. And then maybe he could sort of roll it into something. And he's not finding any here. The question is if that AWP on the ground might be just more valuable at this point in time.
That has to be a strong consideration for him. Takes down Stewie. That's some good damage.
Yeah.
Liquid don't have much money.
Yeah,
So if he can get another kill, this is big. Oh, he has a smoke.
Yeah. He hasn't put it up yet. Goes for a little bit there, and Naf will take him down. Oh man, I wondered for a second if he could have smoked it off and just tried to hide inside.
That looked like a window, a possibility. But Naf was a little bit too sharp, and then probably a little bit too close to give that any great likelihood. Great lurk from Stewie towards B, though. In the commotion of what was happening towards middle, he just lurks all the way onto the B site and gives Liquid a very easy path to converting that round. So well done by him, but also got to give credit to Grim, because he found that entry, and that was very nice. Stewie, though, oh, he wants to get aggressive early on. Contest the op of Buster. Make him rethink that confidence you were speaking about.
Yukinda, almost. Deep nade. Do a lot of damage. That actually lands dead on Grim. It's not bad. James is out there as well with the AWP. Playing around. Actually trying to set up a little bit of a one-way potentially. But so far, no bullets have connected through the smoke. Grim will eat another grenade before finally he goes down. That is just so unfortunate. Yukinda's not falling back. He keeps spraying, and he'll find a 3rd kill. Elysian falling to go down next. It's just, it's so unreasonable.
He's on 16 kills already, and he's still hanging around with 20 HP. Most players would fall back. And Yakinder finally is taken down. Stewie does take his life. And James right now doesn't seem to know that Naf can be here. Naf is much closer than VP may realize, although Sanji is jiggling out the angle. All right, that's going to tell James everything that he needs to know in order to set up properly for the site defense. But Liquid, they're still making a go at it as Naf continues to jiggle these angles out. He's seeing if there's any sort of gift that VP wants to present him with.
They must not realize that James is still out there. In their minds, they must be thinking, no, I must have fallen back by now, but he still is. I wouldn't be surprised if Stewie, if he actually goes up here, if he's going to get completely caught off guard. Now, it looks like they're going to wrap around the other way, and they do just pre-fire it, catching James. That is surprising. 9 seconds on the clock, though, and a kill for Naf, but I don't think he can put the bomb down. He can't fake it. Well, he does, but that means he's going to lose the round no matter what. Kick it will get the final kill. Hard position to play with just 5 seconds left at the end there. 7-4 in favor of VP. They're playing this very well at the moment.
That got a little hairy at the end, but this round really was decided with this Yakinder spray down. Taking down Fallen as well there means that there's little hope for Liquid to really recover that. I'm surprised that James just stood around while he was getting sprayed down. That was nearly every bullet, and he just committed to holding his angle. Probably thought that maybe there was a disconnect from VP in those moments, thinking that he'd be covered at some point. But once again, Liquid, they call a timeout, and we saw how efficient these could be. They're actually consistently winning at least one round off of a timeout, so if only they had 16.
Yeah, just take one after each round. But you're right, they've been doing good. That's an important sign. I feel like that actually says, that gives us some interesting insight into the team.
Yeah,
they're able to do that, because that's kind of rare. I mean, there's no strong correlation, I feel like. Sanji listening to the elevators, or more specifically to the footsteps down below to try and count how many people are there. Stewie pretty quick around the corner, but unfortunately this time not being met by anyone with an AWP out there. Nade right on top. That is actually deadly. Grim, again, the unfortunate victim of that kind of nade. Oh, no. Grim really is the victim in this game, isn't he? What are they doing to him? Elige takes him down.
Oh, but they've taken a lot of space towards the A side. James is still here by himself. Oh, but the P250 comes out, takes down Stewie, and now there's no real hope for Liquid in this one. Got a little scary. If they were able to get James up, could have imagined a world where Liquid make that interesting, but VP will secure an 8th. There is no timeout into round of victory correlation for this round.
No, and we have to remember, Liquid won the pistol and the following round, so 2 out of the 4 rounds they have are sort of on the back of that one. So if you think of it in that light, this is actually a very impressive first half for VP right now.
Yeah, in terms of how well they've been doing on gun round versus gun round, it has been almost all VP. And James, gets a leg?
On Grim again.
Wow.
What has he done?
He's just eating every bullet.
It's got to be because he ignored the chicken ritual.
Yes, yeah, disrespecting it from the previous map. The little chicken tornado turbine.
He needed to join in, sit on top of them, and spin around.
Yes. I'm sure he has a spin bind or like a...
Exactly.
Arrow key bind, yes.
Then you have to have that just for that reason, really.
Exactly. To join in.
He's been legged, but let's see. He's still taking up the charge of actually going through the smoke first, which is pretty impressive. You can don't throw it on Grim. Why are they doing it to him? What has he done to deserve this?
Yeah, Grim just barely getting to see anything in these rounds. In fact, one of his kills is through a smoke spam, so...
Oh, no.
Oh. Okay. Grim dodges that one. Oh, man. Sanji, more. Give it.
See it coming.
Do it.
He's down to 12 health, having seen no enemies. Just tagged, grenaded, about to be maybe burned as well. Yukinda's on the other side, and he'll take that kill every single time now. Good return from Elige, 30 seconds. Stewie goes down in the middle. If Stewie would have had that kill, it would have really weakened that A defense a lot. But now, they can focus on the ramp, and they know they're just tucked in here. 20 seconds left. Nice pick off from Fallen, but he can't get the scope back in time to take care of James. 13 seconds for Naf. Last time he didn't have enough time for a fake. This time he can do it a single time, and then he's probably going to run out again. Unfortunately, this time he has to hold it in, and they know it. Spam comes through. He can't get the AK out in time. It's a double kill for Buster, and it's a 9th round for VP.
This is looking like a just formidable defense for VP. They put themselves on 9, and also there's just a lot of money to go around for them. And Grim straight up did not see anybody that round. He walked in, and sometimes that's the life of the entry fragger. It's the position that Liquid have put Grim in, and you know, it's a very sacrificial role when this is the kind of defense that you are up against.
Truly.
Yeah, it looks like we have a brief tech pause. So hopefully things get resolved shortly.
Quickly, in fact.
Yes.
Right away. Summon the chickens and get them on the job. Yakinda is 17-7. And again, just to remind you, did have a team kill in there. So technically...
18.
19.
Oh, 19.
Team kills also count as kills. I mean, they should.
Oh, okay. We're counting like that.
Of course.
Okay, double up.
Kill is a kill.
All right.
I'm not...
Yeah, I mean, that knock 6K USP clip last year, I thought that was the most impressive play of the year. I don't think everybody agreed because he did TK res during it, but...
I agree, that does make it even better.
Yes.
It's a rare thing, you know, to put together. But while they're figuring that out, I mean, we have the advantage of kind of having the grand overview of what's actually happening on the map. If you're Liquid, you don't maybe know everything that's going on right now. What kind of... I mean, they know the strength of Yakinda in that A ramp, so they can sort of put that aside for the mid. Unless they have a specific plan to get rid of him, they sort of know that, but they've tested mid a couple of times against Sanji, and kind of almost 50-50 did, I feel like. Kind of done all right in terms of getting it, at least a trade in that position. I don't know, I mean, there are other options, but I guess before they go there, they just still have to show some presence on A, and that's costing them everything right now. Yeah.
If I knew everything in this game, which I would never know if I'm on Liquid's camp, I would be using the bottom A ramp one-way smoke to try to take out James towards the short side, the scaffolding side.
Yeah.
He's peeked it a little lazily a couple of times, and he hasn't been punished for it. Maybe he just knows Liquid don't ever really do that. Maybe it's not just in their playbook. It's something that he anti-stratted and knows he's confident in those kinds of situations. But that's just such a far off ball that only we could know because we see James' POV.
Yeah, but it's good to think about the difference in information, obviously, from watching the game from this point of view and actually being in the server is massive. A little bit of a nade. It's going to bounce the wrong side. So Grim, just happy he's far away from that. No grenades can touch him.
All right, that's the one-way smoke I was talking about that Elige just threw. We'll see if he even tries to play around it. You see that Yakinda wanted to molly that corner out that you normally play the one-way from, but in fact, it's Elige getting on top of Grim's head to use the smoke. And you wanted this, the Sanji challenge towards middle.
But he's actually in such a cool position because he's got AWP coverage from behind. They have to swing really wide to see him, and Kickert is here as well. Oh no, if they actually go for this, they're probably going to be slaughtered or at least traded away. And that could be rough. I so wanted to see them try and do that because they almost have to swing so wide against Sanji that they're going to expose themselves to the AWP. Now they're backing off towards the ramp again on the A side. And they're quite far up there. Yakinda's coming back. He's probably bored now. He's not had a fight in at least 30 seconds, so he needs it. James setting up for a flashbang. He could pop that in at any moment. 30 seconds left. Buster is pushing out of the B-bomb side. They know everything, VP. They have all of the information. And here's the flashbang from Yakinda. He's going to get the kill, but Fallen will trade him. And actually, they're really exposed right now. They cannot get back. Double kill for Fallen. A triple at the end. And now it's just a swing on James. Elige to take him down. 16 seconds. And Buster, he's on that flank, and he's been the whole time. Bomb is being planted, and he's walking up, knife out. He finally pulls out the gun. He knew that they were not expecting it, and he's got the perfect lineup to end this round. The spray, it's a bit late, but he gets it anyway. Oh, wow. That had me sweating at the end.
Oh, everything goes right for Liquid in the last couple seconds, but then Buster adds some extra stoppage time. That is just crazy sights because he had an op. He had to switch out that op on that flank, and it works out for him. This position from VP felt so advantageous because they had so much information, but Fallen was able to finally get an in for them in that one. And oh yeah, that's That's a moment you were going to pull your hair out a little bit. Everything felt like it was finally coming together for Liquid, and it was robbed. Buster stole it.
He did. I still can't believe he walked up with a knife in hand up that ramp.
So confident.
Just, he knew. It's like, I'm 100% sure they're not going to be ready. Jame will take down Fallen. Ooh, that's a smoke that has a big gap right there. It's going to be eventually filled on the other side. Elise trying to put some speed behind it. But this 15th round, I mean, they need it. Your Kindar is down. That's 50% of the job done right there.
It's a huge kill to find. A big scalp to take. Buster, he's looking for something towards middle. A little bit wary of this presence. Notice that he's double peeking with Kicker. Nice procedures from VP, but they're not going to be finding anything towards that side. Liege is still trying to make some presence towards ramp, and Liquid right now are just throwing out misdirection in a couple different areas. They're keeping VP very honest, and you can see that the defense is spreading rather thin for VP. In fact, they might just think it's a full-on mid-hit, but that is not the case.
50 seconds, so plenty of time here for Liquid. A 5th round really make a big difference right now. Jame is just inside of the smoke. I actually thought maybe he was just going to try and see if he can get it while they were running in there. Some damage on the Grim, but he did his job and got the bomb down. That's a close shot, but not able to land it. 4 on 4 in the afterplant. Now, they do have 2 smokes and a Molotov on the VP side. They're actually set up pretty well in terms of the nades to go for this retake. Let's see how they could do it. The Molotov comes out. Jame with a shot on the Liege, and that'll kick off the retake right now. Stewie's back here with an AWP of his own, but it's hard to use that against inside of the smoke. I mean, he can't just keep shooting. They're going to get the defuse if that happens. Nap for the kill, but they're already defusing, and Stewie, he runs in and just clotheslines him. It's 10-5 at the end. Great round for Liquid, and that does make up for a lot. We'll see if they can continue to do this and actually make the full comeback in the second half. It's coming up after the break.
The Lightning Strike, definitely S-Tire. I played with this AWP for ages. It's my baby, and I'm not sure I'll ever let it go, so it's up there in the top.
Up Lightning Strike, I think it's a really good skill, so I think around A is fair for it. It's not like the best one, but it's up there.
Wildfire, yeah, that's definitely lower ranked. It's one of those AWPs that you get dropped as an AWP player by one of the rifle players who don't know too much about what he's talking about. He thinks it's flashy with the dragging and stuff. We'll put that as that's a D tier, man.
So I'm gonna rank it at actually the lowest one, F.
It's average. I'll put it on C.
I've used it before for quite some time, and I think it's a good looking skin, but yeah, not the best one. So I think it's fair to give it like B.
The Prince. This one has some energy to it, I think. If you're running around with this one and you're owning people, that's something that's gonna hurt on the opponents. I'll actually put it on A tier. I think it's pretty cool.
Give it B. I had it like when it just came out, so everyone was hyped, but it's not doing it for me.
The red line, AWP. That's OG as well. That's going back in time. As a sniper, sometimes you also just don't want your opponents to see you. You might want that extra camo, just hiding in some dark spots. So we'll give it a B. I think it's pretty good.
A classic, the up red line. I think it's C. I like it, but it's not doing it for me as well.
Okay, Silk Tiger, you failed the exam, mate. I'm sorry. You're F tier. I don't know what this is.
I never used it, so I think I'm just gonna give it like a flat D.
I'll put it on B. I can see why a lot of other people would like it. The kind of art that's present is pretty cool.
Personally, I do not like it that much, so I think I'll just give it a C.
I'll actually give this one an A. The handle and stuff is very colorful.
Oh, all purple beast. I actually think this is a really underrated up skin. This one I will give it a B.
The good old Fate, I'll give it a B.
So I think it's actually like a D skin. I think it's actually very overrated up. I think it's boring. I had it for a while.
This is S tier. You have to respect the legends of the game. We all know the old Asimov that Kenny S ran around with for a long time.
A really good skin, I think. Everyone has had it once or twice. It's a real classic.
here we go. Second half is coming up. It's 10-5 in favor of VP. Kind of a reversal of the first half on Inferno. 10-5 in favor of Liquid. VP, they've brought it back in a big way, and they could very well. They look like they're just primed to win this particular map.
Yes, it looks like they might be pushing it to a third, unless Liquid has something to say about it. But it was Liquid's defense in the first map that really did a lot for them. So we'll see if they're able to do that once again. And we've got a CZ on a Liege. Liquid have been experimenting with a lot of interesting alternate pistols on these pistol rounds.
Oh, it's going to be quick.
Oh, here it is.
They're running. They're not going to stop Sanji. Oh, no. He picks up the CC, and now he's just ready for the swing, and Yukinda will take that kill, but it might as well have been Sanji falling on his own, though, and tapping heads. Wow. Very well done from Fallen. That actually slows it down. He's back for more, looking for it, and he's flipping that USP everywhere, taking down Buster as well on his own. Fallen to try and see if he could get this ace and win the round for his team. That would be a way to start the second half. The bomb is not planted yet, and they're putting some respect behind this here, VP. Oh, Yukinda takes him down. That was a very nice little flank there. What a round.
What an explosive entry from Sanji. I will say this about Sanji. He gets the short end of the stick a lot, but his first bullet accuracy is incredible. And that's frequently because he's relegated to pistols because of the nature of his team. And he makes the absolute most of it. What a round from Sanji. That is going to kick things off very well for VP. They're in a prime position to keep on moving forward and moving on a Liquid. They've got 5 USBs and Yukinder. Oh, he's already running. Full W. Will he stop? Oh!
He's going to get stopped. Is he a USP? What is going on? How does he win that? They're just stacked up in the corner. All of them here at the A-bomb site. Grim will get a kill, and he's on his own now, hiding behind the sandbags. He's going to fall to Jame. Interesting stuff. Nice, nice shot with the USP. Did they just I don't even know how you do that.
I think the first guy hit him that contested him for something, and then Stewie got the dinked.
Must have been, yeah.
Either way, that was a cool little setup. I always like that when you see the little 2x2s in USP rounds. It's very, very interesting to see all the creative setups and positions you can put a little box of USPs.
Third map would be Overpass. I hope we get there. I think it's been a very enjoyable series so far. Naf trying to stop that from happening, of course, is in his interest. They all have the M4A1, which is thanks to the update.
Yes. I'm seeing it more and more. In fact, I don't think I've seen an A4 at the Showdown. Maybe one.
It's been very rare. It's been a couple of them.
Oh, what a one-way. That's very nice from a Liege. Good way to take down Yukinder. Good way to also maintain this sort of presence towards the ramp. This is another one-way. This is a very useful smoke. Something to take with you guys. If you guys are Vertiglobals out there.
Yeah, that's one to study. Vertiglobals, those people are the worst, aren't they? Play one map, you know they can't do anything else, but they're so good on it.
Yes, they know every trick, and there's so many tricks. There's so many sneaky ways to play, as we've just seen in this round. Liege playing the jump spot, another little trick. A nice way to get information that'll alert his team to the fact that VP have an interest in taking this space. Kicker shooting every bullet in his magazine, almost.
Yep, Sanji continuing the tradition, it seems. We're down to 25 seconds, so they'll need to make up their minds fairly soon. Liege is back here. They do have a Molotov. They're going to use it, but he'll make a run for it before they can actually catch him. So that's a bit of a shame. Otherwise, maybe could have been a good kill to start something with. Now 13 seconds, and they back out. They were hoping to catch someone, maybe rolled it into a bomb site, but fine to save the guns. Okay.
Not a bad idea. Buster could drop one AK. James can buy his own. And I would just have to guess that Sanji will drop his AK to Yukinder. Just have to put that out there. I think that's the likelihood. Okay, Alish, that's what it looks like from that smoke angle. Yukinder couldn't really see anything.
Yeah.
That's a great way to play that. And there we go. Sanji dropped his AK. Oh no, they actually could afford another.
Yeah, they had more money.
Right. Okay.
Not bad. Okay, but Liquid are on the board for the second half. And that is good news. They need to obviously continue for a really long time here to make this competitive. Elige, again, trying to play that angle. He's looking right over. It's another neat trick to try and get the job done. Kicker, when he's out of bullets, Elige, he's already got the 1 kill on the other side on Stewie. Now the nades are coming out, but Kicker just got away with so much. He at least should have been traded.
I'm so surprised he tunnel visioned to the right, too. Elige was spamming every bullet, but Elige is still looking for something. He has yet another one-way that he's trying to play off of. On top of the smoke, Ykinder is there at the bottom of the scaffolding, might give him the fight. The flash is there. Oh, that's a great setup between Fallen and Elige. They're able to even things out, but the real attack is towards the B site, and Grim gets caught off guard. Naf remedies the situation with a kill of his own, tosses the molly down. That'll buy a lot of time for the rotations.
Yeah, and he hugs that left-hand side, which is, if you're swinging out all the way against the railing, so hard to clear that, because once you're running this deep into the bomb site, you kind of want to be moving your crosshair to a different position, so I like that play. Back into a 3-on-3, but it's still a scary round here if you're on the Liquid side. Right now, they've given up the A bomb site. Fallen is kind of holding a lot of different things, middle and A from really deep back. They still have 30 seconds, and looks like it's going to be A at the end of it. So question is, what will Fallen want to do? They don't have any more nades on the CT side, so if he can snipe a kill before they get the bomb down, that would be huge. He heard them stepping, so backup is being called for.
There's a chance Liquid have to save here. If VP throw their utility well, prevent any sort of damage during the plant, it's a very hard in. Oh, there's a gap in the smoke, though.
Yeah.
They might be able to find something with that, but the bomb has been planted. And Liquid, they're weighing their options now, but another smoke stops them.
Yeah,
like you said,
brutal.
they have no nades.
They don't, and I mean, you can see how they're guessing, they're probing through that smoke, hoping to find something, but they're not getting the kill that they need. They have the defuse kits at least, but how do you kind of do this? One flashbang from James to set it up. I actually think he picked up a second one, so they could just go and peek behind it. There's the flash. No one's on the defuse right now, and it's doubtful whether or not anyone even can at this point in time. James with a headshot, Fallen fighting close, and Naf will go down. And maybe they should have saved. It's going to be the round for VP, 13-6.
Yeah, there was simply no great way for Liquid to get in that one. They had to find either a very good timing on that short push or to just hit 3 headshots. That's simply it. There's very little that was working in their favor there. Here's the first frag that Kickert found. We saw it from Elige's perspective and how frustrating that must have been for the short side player, thinking that Elige may have been covering that, but not the case. Not the case. And VP win with a nice default that nets them a frag and really a lot of information.
13-6. That is, I mean, again, given the money that's on Liquid here, you could tell it's such an impressive lead for VP. VP summoned some strength on Inferno and brought it back and ended up losing 16-14, but they looked so competitive once they got their bearings on Inferno. Liquid have yet to show us something similar here. It just seems like they are much, much further behind on this particular map. Grim playing close. He's got the right idea. Putting up a smoke and C-set in hand. I mean, Ykinder, though, he sees the gap and he's going to exploit it. That's well spotted.
Just baited, just waited, and finally it came. Stewie's got a flash setup for perhaps a quick play into the B site. But VP, they're making this so hard on Liquid to time. All right, the nades come out. Stewie's got the setup. But will there be even a push? No, Elige on top of the boost setup is able to find one. Now the flash comes out. It's getting chaotic all over the site. But Buster here at Quad is able to find 3. Well done from him. But Stewie still has a chance, but there we go. Buster takes down 4. And that almost resembles the way that he was able to hold the site on the CT side. Just job well done. Very comfortable and confident in those positions.
Yeah, you can tell the tension for Liquid when they're just having to wait and wait and wait. And they all know the VP are out there, but they have to just be at the mercy of when they're actually going to execute that play. That flashbang from Stewie, did it actually even go into the bomb site? It kind of looked like it almost got caught on the edge. I don't know if it would have made a difference, but they were waiting for that for a long time. 14-6 though, in favor of VP. They are 2 rounds away from getting us on to overpass. Grim goes down for the smoke. He's just had an incredibly brutal couple of maps.
It has not been a kind series to Grim. He's been getting picked off, entried, and on the flip side, when he's playing on the offensive, he has to be the entry player.
Yeah.
A lot of tough roles for him. But Buster winning out on the default thanks to his own one-way smoke. And now he's pressing on forward. VP, they have been finding out a lot in these defaults. And Buster's gotten some excellent space. If Liquid try to aggress, he's going to be able to take anybody out pretty much for free.
Stewie and Elige are playing over on the ramp. Setting out a bit of a smoke, just trying to take a couple of shots through, but kick it. Advancing, at least for a minute. The smoke, the Molotov there will probably push him back. Yeah, all the way back down. In fact, Fallen, he's been paranoid about that grading play, and Buster will go down. That's a pretty good shot. 40 seconds.
It's a good kill to find. James, he has the bomb, and he's showing some pressure towards B. That'll actually cause a rotation. Stewie's even thinking about it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the lone A player leaving now. He has to hear this. The A ramp running is heard. Elige and Stewie are here, and Stewie, he takes down Kicker. That's a great kill to find, and now this defense becomes so much stronger, but Yakinder is in mid.
Yep, he could definitely wreck this round. Still Sanji with a kill, Jame with one, and Yakinder, he's been found at least. They know that he's there. 7 seconds on the clock, and that's the bomb on the ground. Jame, he needed to go for that bomb plant. Now, Yakinder, he can't find the kill. It's close, but it is not good enough. Oh, wow. I don't know, it looked like Jame could have had that bomb plant.
Yeah, it seemed like Jame expected a push during that tap. It's a bold read to make, to think that the player is going to just charge right at you and you can find a free kill right there. That's playing for the win as opposed to playing the most standard win condition, just the plant, and hoping Yakinder can do it on his own. It's a risk that he definitely regrets in the moment, but you run that a few more times and there's definitely a chance that he wins more times than he loses.
Especially when they're this far ahead, right? You know Liquid are going to be really pressured. That's where they could make a couple of mistakes. Elige again trying to just see if he could find the right spot. Shooting through the smoke a little bit instead. Jame back here. He could have been dead already. That was scary. Fallen was actually out here for once with the AWP. Liquid. The road back is just, it's so far away for them to pick this this map up. But it has to start right here. Sanji again with the pistol. Giving his rifle over to a teammate.
Oh, this timing is so good for VP. As soon as Liquid left, they're all over mid now. This can get pretty hairy for Liquid. This pinch. Oh, is there even anyone to receive it? Yes, Elige has rotated over.
Yeah, he's watching it. Gets tagged up just a bit. Yakinder's ready just in case. Naf, though, is going to be way more accurate. That's a bit of a shame for Yakinder, because that actually was a really good read, but well done on Naf. 40 seconds now. And that actually gives away some of the game, right? They know that there's at least 2, maybe 3 in the middle, because they know the boost was there. So they can get a lot of reads behind that on the Liquid side. Sanji is sneaking his way through with the AK. He's gotten that back from earlier in the round. Grim is going to be going down. Sanji with a shot on Elige. Oh no, Naf is alone in the bomb side. Kickert running through to take him down. Fallen shows up with the AWP, but it's still a 2-on-2. The bomb is going to be planted. Stewie trying to see if he can stop it, but it's already, the number's already ticked in. Fallen! He gets the shot, and I don't know what Jame is doing, but it's a little bit too wild for me.
This was such an interesting pinch from VP, but Liquid are able to just put it all together. And this push from Stewie was insurance on that hold. We could see how Elige was stuck between juggling. Should he be fighting here to protect Naf, or does he expect Naf to swing on it? But that's a great shot from Fallen to help close things out right there. VP are getting very close in a couple of these rounds, but these last second plays, these very, very tense moments are going the way of Liquid. They're holding on, and they're giving themselves a case to keep this one competitive.
Yeah, one step at a time. And even with the bomb plant, VP are not able to put too much interesting on the board here. Man, it's a really, really chaotic round.
Yeah, that pinch was just, they were all over them. VP, it really felt like VP were going to come out on top of that, but I will say that Stewie pushing down the A ramp earlier meant that even if the pinch got out of hand, he was probably going to get one, if not more. So good on him to go for that. Leash taking a lot of damage. He's used this one way now more than once, and VP are reading that, but this round not too dangerous. Liquid should be able to clean this one up.
Smoke actually just goes up for him again. Oh, both players slightly distracted. And they're walking up the middle now. Liquid are looking good for a 9th round on the board, which would kind of split the second half here so far down the middle. It'd be VP winning 4 rounds and Liquid winning 4 rounds. Good shot from Yakinda. Fallen being put to the test here. There's plenty of time still for VP, but they are getting shut down. Naf finding the relevant kills here. 3 of them in the round, 9-14. And this is, now it's kind of a little bit similar as to what it was in Inferno. We had that similar 14-9 scoreline at one point, and that's kind of within the margin of error. If you screw even a couple of things up here and you're on the VP side, it can actually go pretty badly.
Yeah. And the investment from VP in the previous round coming back to bite them just a little bit. They couldn't actually get a full buy for themselves. Not quite. We've got Kickered on a Galil already. And we'll see. The default has been doing VP so well. Oh, almost again does so well for them.
Yeah, playing battleships out there. No one can see anything. You don't actually know how much damage you've done. But, yeah, Elige nearly out of it. Ooh,
oh,
they're just
wow.
walking up. They're just actually walking into the bomb site. They're normally so slow. Grim, what a kill. Again, we've been talking a lot about him and just kind of how rough it's been through the smokes and the grenades. But that 1 from us kill could make a big difference right here in the retake. Sanji is lurking behind them. So if he's patient, he might just win the round.
Oh, they didn't fully clear it. There's a smoke down.
Bit of a flash. Setting it up. Molotov deep in on Kickered, and with the help of Elige, he goes down. They're still really paranoid about it, but Sanji lining up the kill, and what a knockout it was! Yakinda taking down Grim, and he's going to finish off on Naf as well. It's a 1 versus 2. Fallen now trying to charge the bomb site. That Molotov is not burning him out. Yakinda, he's still alive somehow, and he's going to find a 3rd kill for himself. That looked like he should have at least been dead, but I've got to say, the timing on Sanji there was godlike.
They were holding for this for so long. They even tried to clear it out, but somehow there was a smoke in front of Sanji, and they couldn't push on forward. And as soon as it fades, he finds his time to strike. Great post plant, but also the call here from James to just walk onto the B site. That's just so un-VP-like, to just go for something like that. But when they have this sort of round advantage, it's a risk that he's willing to take, and we see the value in playing a strategy that your team just is never known for doing something like that.
Yeah, that really caught them off guard. 25th round. Shoulder out. Grim trying to play that for the exact play there, but they're just going to test him on it. MP9 in play, and he actually takes Yakinda down. That's pretty impressive. So much pressure on Grim right now. He's going to swap it out for an AK and goes charging in and wants to fight them at a headshot on Sanji. Huge round out of Grim right here. I can't believe he handled it that well.
That is incredibly impressive. They called Grim's number once again, and this time he really shows up. He has been finding kills when they've been approaching his bomb site, but so many of the situations that he finds himself in are so disadvantageous to begin with that it feels so impressive that he's able to come up with anything at all. Props to Grim. Even though he's sitting on 10 kills, they've been very valuable. Stewie, oh, he misses the shot. The tripwire doesn't go his way, and James punishes him for that. Now Elige is rotating on over, but Liquid, they're out of position, but VP, they're not sprinting up just yet.
Nope, putting up a couple. Oh, James with the flick to take down Elige. That is a disaster now. It's back into a 2-on-2 from a 2-on-4, and James is holding it. He knows they might be coming. He actually tags Fallen very low. Yep, pistols out. He knows. Oh, he just had to hit the bullet, but Buster will take down Naf, and they know how low Fallen is as well. He's hiding back here. There's no nades on Fallen to get rid of him. How do you stop this play? He just swings for it, and that's 16-9. They win it in a 2-on-4, and that is impressive. We're going to see overpass now in this series.
I am really curious how the desk is going to break down that first half. I mean, the things Yakinda was doing were so impressive. And I want to hear from Pimp. Is Pimp going to throw some praise in someone's direction?
You never know. It's rare when it happens. I mean, there's certainly some criticism to be dished out here for Liquid. There's got to be, right?
It's because we're the VP predictors, though. He's gotta get on this train.
Yeah, must join the dark side. We'll see if he will. It's going to be coming up after the break. Stay tuned.